Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of What If Civilization Started Over. In the last episode, we saw the end of the Bronze Age, and hence the beginning of the Iron Age. We saw in Europe, we saw the Brown, the Maroon Country and their alliance successfully defeated the Circle Alliance. This saw the Brittany Country falling back to this border here, and they're now completely isolated from the rest of their alliance. And yeah, at this point, the Square Alliance is pretty powerful, and they have a lot of control over Europe at this point. The only country who is really kind of separate is the Pink Team. The Balkan area has these guys influencing them, so on and so forth. And yeah, without further ado, if you haven't seen the previous episodes, go watch those because spoilers are ahead for more that's going to be happening here. And also, I want to say that I'm going to be trying to do this all in one clip. This is already my second time recording this because I got interrupted. And yeah, I want to try to do more of these in one clip so I have to spend less time editing and I can keep this uploading everyday schedule going. Of course, I'm going to be on spring break now, so I'm going to have a lot more time to do stuff. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Anyways, without further ado, let's get right on into this video. And we're going to be starting off over here in this uh, area that I'm blanking on for whatever reason. Is Great Britain. I don't know why I'm blanking on it, but we're going to be starting off over here in Great Britain. Because believe it or not, the Marin team isn't completely immune to what happened in the last episode. Although they did show their strength over another group, that doesn't mean they are unstable from within. They are unstable from within, because as we can see here, a massive rebellion has gone ahead and started up in the Cornwall region. And that's not the only region, because in northern England, this rebellion also will show its face, as these people don't want to be a part of the Dutch kind of empire that's going on here anymore, and they want to have their own independence. And these people want to separate entirely from the Maroon country. These rebellions also appear in former Brittany owned land, but these rebellions are likely not going to succeed given that the Maroon team is already beginning to push these ones back. This one just got divided in two, and yeah, exactly what I just said. But heading on up to England, we're going to see that Ireland will very easily begin to fold over to these guys. And yeah, the Irish will pretty easily begin to fall over, as I mean, well, there's not many people living here, and it is pretty intent on separating from the Maroon team. Anyways, from here we head up to the north, where these two groups will connect up. However, they reach a problem with Scotland because Scotland doesn't really want to be a part of this weird rebellion thing because they don't trust that they're going to be getting their own independence separate from this thing. This thing says it's going to allow the separation in it to like have a whole bunch of different countries forming, but the Scots don't believe that, so they're going to remain for now. But Wales will go ahead and take up that offer. And at this point, we're going to see the Maroon team very quickly getting squeezed out of the rest of England. There was no shot they were ever going to win that battle. And now it's just the Battle of Scotland. And this blue country is very intent on claiming this land. And they will go ahead and do exactly that. And guess what? Exactly what the Scots feared is going to be happening here. This thing will not allow any single country to break away from it. They're gonna keep a firm grasp over their territory with their capital over here in this English area here. And yeah, with that, we now have Great Britain. Oh no, that's never a good thing. We should probably never have that. So yeah, this is your fault. I blame you, Marine Team. Anyways, we can go ahead and talk about alliances now because this guy, this weird banana kind of colored country, very irrelevant. Well, they're not going to be completely irrelevant anymore because they are going to go ahead and join up with the Square Alliance here, which makes them relevant. Yes, they just wanted to be relevant to the lore. That's the only reason why they joined this alliance. But being serious, this guy, they were already building relations with the Square Alliance. If I remember correctly, I know I'm like not good at remembering things, but I'm pretty sure the Maroon team helped them gain their independence. I could be wrong. My brain's not functioning right. I should remember this, but I think they had something to do with this. And also, if you haven't noticed, I have fully redone the borders around here. This region I somehow forgot to do, so I'm going to be very quickly editing this, fixing it up. It shouldn't take all that much to do. That is probably most of what I had to do right there. Maybe change it up there. And yeah, now we have some good borders over here. I've extended it all the way over to Central Asia and this border here. Anything past this border to the east, however, though, is not updated. And anything past this line in Africa can't be updated, so there isn't any update there. Africa is fine, Europe is fine, and the Middle East is fine. Central Asia is fine as well. Just this Asian area over here hasn't been touched. Speaking of, we get to talk about these guys for a brief moment because they have some capitals we need to place down, and I removed the capital color, so I have to go back and get it. Fantastical. But now, yeah, we're gonna see these guys placing their capitals. This guy will place theirs on the river, but I don't want to place it too close to the river so I can actually see it when the capitals aren't enabled. And this guy will be also placing theirs on like a kind of river thing. I believe that's about north of where Pyongyang is in real life. It's either north or south. I always forget which side of it it is on. But yeah, it's kind of where Pyongyang is. It's not Pyongyang though, and it never will be. So yeah. And yeah, let's completely ignore that region now because we are disabling the alliances layer to talk about you. I don't like you. So we're going to be getting rid of you. And to start this off, we're going to be seeing a rebellion from this Macedonian kind of region. I'm also going to give them that island because I feel like they should have that island. And yeah, this region is very quickly going to gain some power over this weird Albanian thing. And the Albanian country will be forced to spit this guy out entirely. And that is a little concerning because this guy is absolutely tiny. How did you get beaten by them? And then the Greeks are like, okay, we're going to do exactly what they did, and we're going to attack you. And very quickly, will this Albanian country learn that its future is not gonna exist. In real terms, though, we're gonna see that the Greek country will go ahead and expand up to this area up here. They take a lot of land with them, and yeah, that's a pretty healthy bite of land. And you should probably try to stabilize yourself before yet another rebellion. And I'm gonna get a different color for this because I don't have any colors to use. I do, but I'm just not remembering what colors I've used and what ones I haven't. So yeah. Anyways, this thing that I've just created will be getting its independence as well, and it will have absolutely hideous borders. That's half to the fault of me creating this thing, half to the fault of me not being able to draw on good borders for it. But yeah, this is what we're gonna be working with. Each of these guys will get their own new capitals. Neither of them are on the coast, which is kind of weird, but you know what? You do you, honestly. Nobody cares. From here, it's a little confusing where I want to go because the last few ages, they've barely been about what they are. I might have talked about this before, but these ages, they aren't exactly based on what the age is called, and I kind of want to shift that up sometime soon. It probably can't come in the Iron Age because the Iron Age is really just when they used iron equipment. It more so fits into like the early classical age, which is like Rome and Greece and whatnot. So yeah, um, I don't really know how to do that. So expect probably the next age we'll see more of that, but I'll try to be incorporating it here. And that's why I brought this up because unlike the Bronze Age, the bronze equipment wasn't really like only in one place. This iron equipment has very quickly spread across the entire world. Maybe not to these guys over here in East Asia, but maybe to the rest of these guys, and maybe they're fighting each other with iron shields and iron swords. Who knows? But yeah, let's see that happening. We head on over to I had a place in mind. Oh yeah, we're gonna be heading on over to this area here, where we have a whole bunch of countries who are independent. They just got their independence, and we're gonna be seeing one of them attacking another one. And this is none other than this great country. This great country will be attacking their southern neighbor. Now, why are they doing this? I don't know, but they're gonna be doing it, and they are pretty equally matched in terms of technology. Of course, both of these countries have Iron Age technology, but this one has a slight edge because they have a higher population, higher land size, higher military personnel, if it really can be called that at this point. But yeah, we're going to see this guy getting absolutely obliterated. And they're going to be erased from the map. And that's kind of our first war that isn't really regionally large in scale. So yeah, it's kind of weird because I just have this dot here. So I'm gonna kind of make this in advance, but this is kind of something that will be more important later. Not at all now because for certain these won't exist, but we're gonna see a major city being drawn in here. I'm gonna have this layer disabled until major cities actually become an important thing. I just want to make sure that city doesn't get erased because it's not like it got completely destroyed off the map. It's still there. Anyways, we head to the two oldest countries in the world, the red and blue team, because these two are beefing. More so, the blue team wants to control this region over here because the red team is not very how do I put this good at exploring and using the water, so they feel like they're entitled to the right of doing that. It's kind of weird. And also, I'm noticing now that these are two different shades of water, and I don't like that. So I'm going to be trying to fix this while I talk about it. But yeah, the red team doesn't believe that the blue team doesn't believe that the red team deserves access to the water, and it's kind of justified because the red team, most of what they're doing is over here in the Persian Gulf, and they aren't really using this vast Mediterranean coast. And basically, what we see here is the Egyptians, they're going to use religion. Religion is something that has briefly been talked about in pretty much every episode here, and that is that the religion that's here in Egypt has slowly been crawling out into this Palestinian Israeli kind of area. I'm not going to say either or. I'm just gonna say both whenever I talk about it because it's kind of controversial and I don't want to get into that. So yeah, we're gonna see that the religion of the Egyptian country is spreading up northward. And the blue team kind of wants to keep this religion within its borders because the red team is they're a little scary when they come to religion because look at what kind of happened to that area that you lost over here. It immediately changed. And then, yeah, let's try to avoid that. But yeah, either way, we're gonna see that the blue team will launch an invasion into the red team. It will very quickly begin to push up the Israeli-Palestinian kind of coastline here. I'm just gonna say the Eastern Mediterranean coastline, and yeah, this will see detrimental effects for the red team. As a red team, of course, they still use this water, maybe lessened, but they still use it. So yeah, they're gonna see a whole bunch of struggles here, but eventually the blue team will make a deal with the red team, which will eventually cause a new border to be created, one that does not at all favor the red team. The red team is kind of sad because they wanted this area, and even though they didn't use it appropriately, they don't have it anymore. So, yeah, poor you, red team. Anyways, we head on over to the island of Sardinia because this thing will go ahead and begin a revolution. And this revolution is pretty irrelevant at first, but it's kind of important because the yellow Roman country, they've been around for a little bit, and they had a huge collapse that trapped them in the Italian peninsula. And yeah, they haven't lost anything since, other than my border consolidations, which isn't really them losing land. It's kind of just actually defining borders. And yeah, this is kind of big because it's doing exactly that. And this Sardinian island will do it relatively easily, showing that the Italian country is not only weak, but also irresponsible. They are unable to hold on to land that probably shouldn't be able to gain its independence. That doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, we're going to see this island, Sardinia, here, being able to attain its independence without much of a fight. And this is, once again, pretty big because it shows how the Roman Italian kind of country is completely unable to stop this from happening. They are the only country that's completely like this. I mean, the pink team, it happened to them, but they're stable now. Um, I mean, you are probably about to explode, so I can't really talk about you. The purple team, it happened to them, but they're doing fine now. And yeah, there's nobody else in that situation currently right now, at least that I can think of. Maybe you will be. I mean, you lost these guys over here, so that's definitely a possibility. But that's not what we're going to be talking about today. So, yeah, we can go ahead and not talk about that. Anyways, we head on over to Scandinavia because I'm tired about yapping about Sardinia. We're going to be talking about these guys because they have done a lot of exploring and I am on the wrong layer. Yay! That's fantastic. Anyways, back to it. These guys have been doing a lot of exploring and they have made their way all the way through most of the Scandinavian area here, and they're just going to kind of keep going. Eventually, they're going to reach this Finnish area here, and yeah, they've also been exploring the coastline. We kind of left these guys alone for a little bit, and they've kind of been doing their own thing. So, yeah. Anyways, these guys will go ahead and begin their expansion northward. First of all, the Swedish country will be expanding to this kind of point here, and I'm going to create that very quick diagonal line because I need to draw in the Norwegian half of the border, which looks like this for now. And these guys will be expanding up northward pretty quickly. And we'll start off with the Swedish because it's a little easier to do them. And yeah, the Swedish country, they're going to see a lot of territorial gain because, I mean, they are a little more prominent here and they definitely have a larger population. So they're going to be able to take more land easily. Whereas the Norwegians kind of get stuck with this mountainous bit here. It's kind of sucky for them, but they're going to have to deal with it. Anyways, that's it for Scandinavia for now, because we get to head on over to the Baltic region, which is really close, because this area has now been fully explored, and this Finnish area has been discovered. And yeah, that just linked up, and yeah, things are beginning to come into play here, because now, oh, these guys know exactly where this connects. They didn't think it connected. They thought this was its own little part of a new continent or something, or it was just a really large island. Who knows? But yeah, now they know. And they're going to be using this information to expand upwards. More particularly, this banana kind of country will be expanding upwards into the Baltic region, taking over all of this land here. This is a very healthy amount of land, and you probably shouldn't take that much, but you know what? You do you. And yeah, we're going to fix that border up there. And now we're going to see a whole bunch of settlers from this Baltic region here. They're going to be forced out entirely. And we're going to see that the Finnish kind of group is kind of like a weird mixture of the Baltic people, the natives that were living in Finland, as well as people from the Yellow country. Yellow countries, these two are probably working together on this kind of thing. And yeah, it's just having a bad effect on the people that live in the Baltic region, and so they're being forced to move up into this Finnish area. And yeah, let's talk about their capital. Their capital will be placed over here in the western side of the country. It will be right there. I might move it a little inland. I think that looks good for now. I might change it later. It's kind of bugging me how far west it is, but you know what? That's not my problem right now. Because my problem right now is talking to you about this video because it is about 20 minutes long at this point, and episode 5 did really well at 22 minutes. So I'm trying to make this 22 minutes. So this is probably going to be the last event in this video because, well, the way I want things to go, I want to be able to do content and it perform well and it actually be worth my time. So yeah, I want to see if my theory is correct about it being about 22 minutes, the ideal time, before someone clicks on a video. And at least that's for a Wixo video because episode 5 did really well, and I want to see if I can replicate it just by copying the time, but I don't know how well that will work. So yeah, we're gonna try that. And one last event before I wrap things up here, we're gonna see these East Asian countries. They're gonna be expanding outwards. This Korean guy, they're gonna expand over this way, and this Chinese guy, they're gonna begin to expand upwards. And yeah, I think at this point we are done. That's gonna do it for today's episode. And before I do go, I want to thank you all for 1,000 views on episode 5. As of recording this, I'm almost at 200 subscribers. That will be marvelous once we hit. It's probably gonna fluctuate around it when we hit it, so it's not gonna be like a joy I get to keep. I'm gonna have to like begin begging again, even though I never really was begging. Yeah, I'll have to like keep this up because otherwise I'd be losing too many subscribers, and that's not something you want to do. Anyways, once again, that's gonna do it for this video. We are rounding that 22-minute point, so this is when the theory comes into play. And one last time, I want to say go watch the episodes before this because there is a lot to see. Uploaded the second arc. We are on the third arc right now, and I'm trying to remember if I have anything else to talk about. I don't think I do. Um, I'll say the next age will be starting in episode 13, meaning this age will be ending in episode 12. And I think that's all I have to say. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you have made it this far. Like the video if you enjoyed, so it tells me to keep making videos like this. And I will see you all in the next one.